Are you looking for the best curved monitor? In this video, we will look at some of the 5 best curved monitor on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Samsung 27-inch Odyssey G7 Series WQHD 2560 by 1440 Gaming Monitor. The Samsung Odyssey G7 is a performance powerhouse that provides surprisingly incredible value. It isn't cheap, but you'd be hard-pressed to find another curved monitor that brings so much value to the table. Its vivid, quantum dot enhanced picture enables exceptional brightness and contrast, winning it a Display HDR 600 rating. Colors pop on this display, and you can make out more detail in the screen's dark and bright areas. The G7 is definitely a gaming-first display. Its deep 1000R curve covers more peripheral vision, enhancing your immersion. Pushing 1440p resolution at up to 240 Hz, you'll get a perfect pairing of crisp visuals and high frame rates. Motion blur will be less of an issue on the Odyssey, giving you the edge to one-up the competition. There are bigger, brighter monitors on the market, including several from Samsung, the 32-inch Odyssey G7 Neo, which offers an incredible 2000 nits of peak brightness, the 4K-enabled 16:9 Samsung Odyssey G8, and, if you have a gaming desk with space for an ultrawide display, the luxury Samsung Odyssey OLED G8. You can really level up that battle station with this 34-inch 21:9 Ultra WQHD screen supporting 0.03 milliseconds response times, 175 Hz, FreeSync VRR support with GSANC compatibility, and Display HDR True Black 400 levels. The Neo G8 has more resolution, good for streaming content, and a higher refresh rate/lower lag for competitive gaming. In a dark environment, however, the OLED G8 offers amazing contrast with impossibly inky blacks and smoother motion handling, making it both perfect for productivity and very console-friendly. Those are notable upgrades but come with much steeper price tags, $1,000 on average. For many players, the $500 QLED Odyssey G7 is more than enough to allow systems to hit peak performance without overspending. Number 2. Alienware AW3423DW Curved Gaming Monitor. The Alienware AW3423DW is a rare curved display indeed. It features a quantum dot enhanced OLED panel. Organic light emitting diode (OLED) displays feature self-emitting backlighting, where each pixel is individually backlit and independently controlled. This allows for incredible contrast, including true blacks. Standard OLED screens are known for lacking the brightness of conventional displays, but quantum dot technology enhances the screen's inherent brightness, allowing the AW3423DW to hit an HDR bright 1000 nits. It only achieves that maximum brightness in small spots on the monitor but is still more than capable of generating quality HDR gameplay. You won't have to worry about artifacts dragging down your gaming experience with the AW3423DW. With a ridiculously fast 0.1 milliseconds response time, ghosting just isn't an issue for this display. A 175 Hz refresh rate and NVIDIA's G-Sync Ultimate certification ensure excellent picture quality without screen tearing. It isn't perfect, though. The AW3423DW has a small number of flaws, particularly for console players who'd pair it with a PlayStation 5. It lacks HDMI 2.1, for example, so it can't play games in 4K at 120 Hz over HDMI cable. It also can't downscale 4K content, so the PS5 can only run in 1080p on the monitor. Luckily, there are monitors particularly well suited to PS5. The Alienware AW3423DW is one of a few OLED gaming monitors in 2023. As a result, the distinctive, high-performance panel comes with a very steep price tag. If you're a PC player who wants to see the sharpest possible picture on a monitor, though, it is worth it. Number 3. W3421WE Ultrasharp Curved, 34.14-inch ultra-wide monitor. Looking to replace your multi-monitor setup for work with a single ultra-wide monitor? The 34-inch Dell UltraSharp U3421W is as tall as a standard 27-inch monitor and provides roughly 8 inches of extra width on either side, so you have plenty of space to work. It also features some productivity-enhancing software that can partition that space into 38 different configurations for up to 5 windows. You'll be able to see everything you need to work quickly and efficiently. When you're done for the day, the software can reopen those windows, allowing you to pick up right where you left off. It isn't uncommon for monitors to feature a couple of extra USB ports for your peripherals, but the U3421W not only connects via USB-C but it also doubles as a bona fide USB-C hub. It features 2 USB-C ports, one of which empowers you to connect and charge a laptop. There are also a whopping 5 USB 3.0 ports, 1 upstream and 4 downstream, to connect all of your peripherals and transfer large files. There's even an Ethernet port to connect to your office's network. It may not be quite as wide as two 27-inch monitors, but the Dell UltraSharp U3421W makes a strong case for optimizing a professional home office with a curved ultra-wide display. Connects via USB-C. Built-in CodeVM lets you switch between 2 PCs with 1 mouse and keyboard. Useful software quickly divides screen space. Remembers window positions between uses. Number 4. LG 34GP950GB 34-inch UltraGear QHD 3440 by 1440 Nano IPS curved gaming monitor. Gamers who have taken the leap already know, a great ultra-wide monitor can take your gaming experience to the next level. That's certainly the case with the expansive LG UltraGear 34GP950GB, which delivers a crisp 3440 by 1440 picture empowered by LG's Nano IPS panel. A proprietary LG display technology, Nano IPS displays feature a coating of nanoparticles on the backlight that expand their color gamut to an incredibly vibrant 98% of the DCI-P3 color space, or roughly 135% of sRGB. Somehow, professional-grade color accuracy and gaming-grade speed go hand in hand. LG quotes a 1 millisecond response time on its faster preset, dramatically reducing the chance for visible ghosting. Meanwhile, its perfectly respectable 144 Hz refresh rate can be overclocked to hit an impressive 180 Hz for competitive play. It's also NVIDIA G-Sync Ultimate certified, so you can count on fluid gameplay without a hint of screen tearing. The UltraGear 34GP950GB is certified by Visa for display HDR 600 high dynamic range. It has a higher peak brightness of 600 nits and true 10-bit color so that you can make out more detail in the shadows and highlights. Its HDR tech comes with a local dimming feature, but critics found it to be too distracting to actually use. Since it also uses an IPS panel, contrast levels are also low, which makes blacks look dark gray in dark rooms. Even with local dimming turned off, there's little room to argue with how good this monitor truly is. Number 5. AOC C27G2Z 27-inch curved frameless ultra-fast gaming monitor. If you're on a limited budget, the AOC G2 Series C27G2Z is easily one of best curved monitors for under $300. It offers a handful of key features that make it an incredible value at a price point where you rarely find any. Its 27-inch screen is large enough to make good use of its 1500R curve, taking up more of your field of view and drawing you further into your entertainment experiences. Now, a 27-inch, 1080p screen stretches its pixels a bit thin, but not dramatically. If you prefer to go smaller to maintain the screen's sharpness, the 24-inch, 165Hz AOC C24G1A is our favorite curved gaming monitor under $200. The C27G2Z is also quite a capable gaming monitor. It features a rapid 240Hz refresh rate, fast enough for competitive esports. Response time is also excellent at 0.5 milliseconds in its fastest mode, but you should plan on turning this down a touch for the best image quality. But with 0.5 milliseconds to start, there's responsiveness to spare. Color coverage is also impressive at 90% of the DCI-P3 color space, so that hues will look deeper and more saturated. Unfortunately, the C27G2Z scrapes the bottom of the barrel with peak brightness and has a luminance of only 250 nits. That's fine for most games, but you'll want to position it away from direct sunlight. HDR is also out of the question, but these are fair trade-offs considering its price.